Hi guys, it's me Shaheen, and this is a review of The Boy and the Heron. Now, this film actually got an Oscar over Spider-Verse 2, and I love Studio Ghibli. Like, Spirited Away is one of the greatest animated movies. Forget animated, one of the greatest movies ever. Spirited Away is my favorite Studio Ghibli movie. Out of the many I've seen, that's my favorite one. I've seen it again and again and again, and it's honestly a classic. Yeah, I grew up on Studio Ghibli as well, and that Spirited Away is still like holding the test of time. Like, so going into this movie, The Boy and the Heron, all I knew about it before watching it was that it got the Oscar for Spider-Verse. So apart from that, I didn't know what the heron. I didn't even know what a heron was, like animal. Like there was a lot. So spoilers if you're watching this, but like, how if I had to summarize it in a sentence as vaguely as possible, then go into it, it would basically be a boy rescues someone from a different world. Okay, that's a vague explanation. I'll actually go in depth with it. So there's this boy that's like with his father, and there's been a war, and the father has to find like a new wife. So then he finds this like queen, this like royalty, and she's nice and kind of looks like the mother that the son had, which was the father's wife. So there's kind of a relationship there, and then the son kind of likes the wife, and it's kind of like, okay, yeah, she's a nice replacement, and then he sees her like walking off into the woods, and then everyone's like, oh, the queen's gone missing, where is she? And the son's like, well, I saw her go into the woods, but I'm sure she'll be back, right? And then he kind of gains interest, and it's like, okay, well, I'm gonna find her. It's my responsibility. I already didn't have a parent. I only had one parent. I'm gonna go back to that, so I'm gonna have two again. So yeah, that's kind of how it evolves. The animation is breathtaking. Like, like just the way it is. I'm like, wow, wow. This is like, because I don't see that much. Not that much 2D films are talked about as much as 3D. Not saying that anyone's better 2D or 3D, but that's just how the landscape of things are at the moment. So I was just like, wow, that's 2D. Like, wow. Again, not saying anyone's better, but I was just looking at it. This is so beautiful. Like, if I had to compare it, it would be something like Violet Evergarden. Not that I've seen that, but from the images I have seen from that, I'm like, wow, like look how beautiful that environment is. I've actually used Violet Evergarden for like some painting studies and whatever. So anyway, let's get back to the story. So in this world, there's different dimensions, and not only like one or two, like about 40 or even more than that, and the different doors that lead to these dimensions. And in this world, the boy discovers like in this world, the boy discovers someone who knows him really well, and it actually turns out to be a younger version of his mother, which is very interesting. So, yeah, they have to rescue the queen, and then at one point she's like, "No, I don't want to be rescued." The queen's pregnant as well, and she's like, "No, I don't want to be rescued." And then they kind of go through this whole thing of like this world's crumbling apart. And even though she says she didn't want to be rescued, if she wasn't rescued, she'll be lost forever. So they're forced to rescue. Well, they want to anyway. And then there's also an old man that says, "You're next in the bloodline to like control this whole multi-dimensional thing." And the boy's like, interesting, but I'm okay with that. I'm gonna do my own thing. Kind of like Miles. Nah, I'm gonna do my own thing. So here we get into that. She then has the world's comedy, the mum can't leave because she doesn't exist in the outside world. But the boy says goodbye and like finds out that it's the mum. Like, she knew all along, but he doesn't until like kind of the end. So yeah, they get into that. And the boy leaves the queen, and then his dad comes and hugs him, and like they appreciate each other, and they're kind of like, let's not do that again. And it's a good story. So yeah, very